CataractCoach.com. The bag rotates back and forth. That definitely indicates some zonal laxity. And it's very high myope with a prior vitrectomy. Now we can see as we make the incision with the keratome, we like diamonds, you can see that there's a dense central nuclear density to that nucleus, that central opalescence. Now watch carefully. As we start the rexus, look for wrinkles. Watch carefully. Let's see. Poke in. Yup. It's just a little wrinkly there. A little bit difficult to poke in the lens capsule. We are able to do it, but there's some wrinkling there. So we want the anterior lens capsule to be taut, not have that wrinkling to it. So when we poke in with these forceps, we can tell, all right, it's a little bit of wrinkly there. So expecting some zonulopathy here already. So I already know going in here, it's going to be some issue with some zonules, but we'll see. There's the rexus, 5 millimeters. Let's get some hydro dissection here. You know what? Let's get that nucleus out of the bag. It's a big high myope with a big eye. There's that nucleus that's only dense centrally. And we'll get it out of the capsular bag. Look at that. Beautiful. And it is a post-vitrectomy eye here. We checked the posterior capsule very carefully. It looks great. Obviously, the retina surgeons are very talented. Did a great job here. No issues at all. Phaco probe going inside. We're going to do this chop mode here. Let's see what we got here. Flow of 60. And chop into this thing. Look at that. Separate it. There you go. You separate it out. Let's just chop it a bunch more times. We'll speed the video up here. 8 times the normal speed. As you can tell, the technique is chop, chop, and more chop, and just emulsify this thing down. And luckily, we can put in just a little bit of phaco energy here. There's our CDE, or cumulative dissipated energy, is about 14. That's not bad. Not bad for a pretty dense lens here. And then we're going to now clean up the bag. Now, here's where you're going to notice an issue. Going with the eye probe. And you see that little slick move? I pulled one little fragment of nucleus out of the eye before putting the probe in. And go back and watch that. So now cleaning up the cortex. Now watch carefully. This is 2x speed. We'll slow it down here as we clean up more of the bag. And this adherent cortex is kind of sticky. That's all right. But so far the capsule is not moving. That's a good sign. But there is some laxity. I'm going to show you how we can tell. So look, as we clean up the anterior capsular rim here, look carefully. It rotates. You see that? Look at that right there. It rotates. You can hold on to the capsule and rotate it left and right because there's that much laxity in it. So in a case like this, yeah, you want to clean up as much as you can here. Now, how do you clean this up without causing more zonular stress? Well, I got a trick for you. And that's going to be to use a capsule polisher device, not just for the undersurface of the anterior rim, but also for the bag equator. So come out of the eye here. Let's put some viscoelastic. And again, the patient already had a full pars plana vitrectomy for retinal detachment, which was very successful. And there's the bag full of cohesive viscoelastic. Now let's get the capsule polisher out and let's polish up all that undersurface. You can get all that stuff out, but also you can get out to the bag equator. Look at that right there. And you can remove and, break apart that adherent cortex. Look at that. See, all cleaned up here. So you can use this capsule polisher really nicely to get out not only the undersurface of the anterior rim, but also out to the capsular bag equator. Get that bag nice and clean here. Now we can put the lens in and then we'll take out the viscoelastic. But you know what? We should probably put a CTR in. Let's do that. So here comes our capsular tension ring. Gonna put that inside the eye here. And then here you go, delivering it. Get that leading eyelid hooked. There's the CTR coming out. Deliver, 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 deliver. Once you get it open up a little bit in the bag, let's get this off. There we go. And there's the end. Beautiful. You got a CTR in the bag. Now that capsular tension ring is going to help provide some more strength to the zonular support here. Now we can get our single piece of acrylic lens in the capsular bag. And the patient's going to have a very nice outcome. Patient did beautifully, no issues at all, and has a nicely centered lens here. So there's the lens and got a good overlap of the optic by that rexus. And that's a nice looking rexus. And now we'll take out the viscoelastic. Let's go behind the optic here a little bit. And again, it's not pretty stable. I think the CTR made a big difference here. I'm glad we put the CTR on this eye. But yeah, it's very interesting to see a case where the capsular bag actually rotates left and right. That's such an interesting thing, not too commonly. But again, we suspected that because we knew at the beginning of the case, as we poked the anterior lens capsule with the forceps, we could tell there's going to be some wrinkling there. Therefore, that means there's some zonulopathy. So again, trying to clean up as much as you can of the residual cortex. Sometimes you can't get the bag totally polished, and that's okay. Let's just finish up the case here. Again, the patient did wait until the cataract was very severe until proceeding with cataract surgery, and that's perfectly fine. That's their decision, and we always like a challenge. And again, there's that 5.5 rexus covering that optic. Wow, beautifully. And obviously, the capsule will shrink, wrap down a little bit, and contract a little bit. And so you have a nice overlap. There's the triamcinolone. It's going to help quell any post-op inflammation. And now we'll put a little bit of preservative-free moxifloxacin inside the eye as well. Make sure the incisions are sealed up. And then check that. Make sure you get a good pressure. That's the double tap technique. Pressure's good. Wexel with the tetracaine. And you know what? Let's address some astigmatism too. Here's a little limbal relaxed incision for about a half diopter of with the rule astigmatism, steep at 90 degrees. Check that. That looks good. Beautiful case. Thank you for watching. Pressure's normal because we did the double tap, remember? All right, remember, you can submit your video. Go to CataractCoach.com. Follow the directions exactly. We get 60 videos a week, and I can only feature the top 10%.